is going on, governors? Chisgule here, and today we're long overdue for crushing, no, smashing our way through the expedition. So, let's make our way now to the war room and then into the expedition. Hello, my friends, welcome back. Chisgule Gaming here with that original song. I'm sure you all know this song right here. Used to be the song we were using for live streams. We were firing things up. I love this song. It's a good one. How are y'all doing today? Now let's see here. But yeah, music definitely seems loud to me. Hold on. What happened? The music got way loud. Way loud. Okay. Better now, yeah. Should be better now. I got a few more dials to turn. Knobs to twist. Let's get this right, shall we? Hey, how's it going? Let's see here. A few more things. Little up, little down. The necessary adjustments. Are we in balance now? Hey, everybody. Chisgule, indeed. Chisgule with a poop emoji. A huge thank you to our members and moderators. Hey, look who's in the chat. Will Puddin, Baba TC, how's it going? Blue Jane, Joran Thug Lightyear's Frozen. What's going on? Beast 3108, Domo. Hello, Foxman. Great to see everybody. Glad to have you all here. And a huge thank you to our legendary guard whose portraits are proudly displayed on the wall of our war room. Nevada Purchase. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Good day, Chisgule. Let's go with the good content. Thank you. You are the first super chat today. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Here's what we'll be doing today, friends. This is what we're up to, right over here. I'll tell you, I'm way overdue. I'm way overdue for jamming my way through the expedition on my restart and on my farm. And a lot of people have asked, like, Chisgule, how do you beat some of these levels? How do you beat some of these levels over here? They're tough. We'll give you the tips. We'll give you the tricks. We'll make sure that there are timestamps all throughout this video so you can go back and watch this live stream later if you want and get to any specific level of the expedition. Sound good? Can I use KVK Season 1 commanders? We'll use some pretty basic commanders, yeah. That's the game plan. You're stuck on 69, I'll bet you are. You've waited your whole life for this moment, says the Q-tip. There's so many jokes to be made there, I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. Best unit to focus on for free-to-play. What civilization? Man, I mean, I think Cavs is a solid choice. Cavs are infantry. And I think Germany's generally a good choice. You're not kidding. You're legitimately stuck at 69. Okay. I believe you. I believe that you're joking. Can a 30 million power beat 76 to 80? Well, let's talk about what you do to beat Expedition, shall we? Step 1. Step 1. Oh, man. Finish spending your action points, Chisgule. But the actual step 1. Make your way over to the nearest holy site and see if there's a rune. What do we got? AP recovery's not going to do it. Gold production's definitely not the thing. 10% troop attack. That's what I'm talking about. Buffs work in this game mode. Let's go and grab a rune with one of these marches. The next thing we're going to do, by the way, is pop an expansion. Expansions, last I checked, also work in the expedition. That is going to go a long way too. So we're going to go now. Boom. Boosts. We're going to use a 25% expansion. I would strongly recommend that if you're doing Ark of Osiris, you try to time when you're going to go and work on Expedition with that Ark of Osiris match. That way, you've already popped an army expansion. Just use it there, too. Use it there, too. You didn't use buffs this whole time. Korodite, see, this is why we're doing this live stream. We got you, brother. Or sister. Or however you identify. I honor and support that. As I send my marches here, clumsily. This video is well overdue. Thanks for picking it up. Hey, cheers to you. Thank you for being here. I was not sure how many people would show up to watch me do Expedition. We got like 400 people to watch Expedition. Thank you. If you like Rise of Kingdoms guides and videos, do me a huge favor, throw a like on here and consider subscribing. For daily Rise of Kingdoms videos, live streams, guides, tips, tricks, all the good stuff, baby. Didn't know expansions work there. Yup. See, this is why we're doing this. So we're on our way to get the rune. You could also go in and make sure your commander tab is set nicely. However, volume on my end is still really loud for the music. So we're just going to do a quick adjust here. Quick adjust on the volume. That should be better. That should be a better balance. Best epic commander? Sun Tzu, for sure. Okay. Now, we've got all our buffs cooking up. Let's get to the meat of this, the Expedition. Would you like me to start on 71 or start on these side missions? The Conquering mission and the defensive mission. What would you prefer? Yeah, it does matter. I mean, you want to put commanders in that commander tab you're actually going to use for this. Why am I not in SIP? I think I was just in this alliance at the end of KVK, and I just stayed for no particular reason. I'm completely overwhelmed with things that are happening in my life, and I haven't had time to breathe or think. So I just stayed in the alliance that I was in. Because it's all one kingdom. I mean, okay, everybody wants the side mission. Okay, cool. Okay, side mission it is. Let's do the Conquering mission first. My tips for this. The first spot is obviously where you set your rally. Use commanders that you have geared up a lot. Okay? Geared up a lot is the key. So for me, a really beefy combination, as crazy as this sounds, which is, I think, even though it's not Conquering, I could use a Conquering commander, I suppose. I suppose I could. Let's just use Mehmet for fun. That sounds fun. I'm going to do it. We'll go like this. Okay. Now, the marches we're going to use to support are just going to be good field marches. Okay. And we've got a lot of great field marches. Esong with El Cid. Great field march. Let's bring that. There we go. All archers. Where you at? Obviously, if you've just done a KVK, you're going to be lower on troops. One other thing that helps you win, like you could change literally nothing. If you just have more troops, honestly, if you're struggling, having more troops goes a long way. I know that's kind of lame, but it's also reality. It's also definitely reality. Now, I'm going for some single target damage here. Could be the area of effect damage is the way to go. Ethelfled seems like a must-bring commander in this situation. I'm going to bring Sun Tzu with it. That looks good. That definitely looks good. Get the mixed troop type thing going on here. Boom. Hopefully we don't have to mess around with these presets very much, you know? One more preset, though. One more preset. It takes all the troops. Yeah. Every troop we got, we're going to use. Who else are we going to use here? Out of great options, I guess I've got to bring a Joan of Arc. Now, I can't really tank with the Joan of Arc Matilda. You know what I mean? You could theoretically do that, I suppose, but here's how we're going to do it. We'll do a little something like this. A little something like this. It's maybe not the best build that we've got on our Joan of Arc, but this is fine. Okay. Now we start the battle. Let's see how this goes. Been a long time since I've done this. Let's bring these marches in. We're going to try to protect the rally here as much as we can. We're going to bring everybody over toward the rally. and focus down the double C first. That'll be the play. Actually, while I want to take out the E-Song, I really want my Joan of Arc to be near the rally. So I'm getting my Joan of Arc to the rally, and then I'm going to target the E-Song for sure. That's a good way to go. We're going to take out this double C first, so its debuff is no longer being applied, and then we'll switch it up. You can see we're just completely saucing this city right now. Nice. I think the double C is gone. Now we're switching to the E-Song. We're picking the units that are the highest damage first, focusing them out. Now we're going for the debuffers. Use T4s. I don't have a lot of T4 infantry, unfortunately. And I promise you this is going to get harder. Okay. Pro tip. Pro tip. Don't defend your city with Julius Caesar or Frederick or Barca. Go ask Solomar how that goes. Ha. Oh, God. Now, this game mode, by the way, was balanced before they added equipment. And then they added in equipment. So this whole game mode is going to be a lot easier with equipment. Like, shockingly easier with equipment. Speaking of which, I don't know why my E-Song is suddenly available. But for defending my city, this seems like a really great way to go. Little of this, little of that. Yep. Sure. Let's just use this. When the wheel update comes, I think it's okay for a 150-day-old account to migrate to an older kingdom, because you can choose your commanders. We will know that for sure very soon. Very soon we'll have a good sense of that. Now, I'm just going to swarm marches in the field here to support my city. That's my goal. We have to survive this gauntlet, which is 3 minutes. Yeah, the Expedition City definitely pulled a Solomar. No question about that. No question about that. Now, I'm watching chat much more closely than I'm watching in-game here. So there's almost certainly some downtime we'll have with our marches as we smash these folks that are swarming the city. I'm just using my city garrison, by the way, for this operation. My Charles Martel should be pretty decked out in this account. It should be pretty decked out. It could be that... It could be on this account I should be using Sun Tzu. Actually, I should go check. I think actually I should be using my Sun Tzu. Pretty sure I did this wrong. It's fine. Use your city garrison for this. That's what you should be doing. Yeah, I definitely didn't use my city garrison. This is the city garrison I use on my farm. But on this account, I actually don't have Charles Martel leveled up in startup, I think. So we basically got a good old Murball going on over here, clearing the field. And I can run this out and like really clear the field in advance of things hitting my city, right? You can't win with T4? My city has all T4 right now, for what it's worth. Easy win with Sun Tzu Martel. Yeah, area of effect damage is really good. It's really good. Do I want to see a civil war? Oh my. Caroline, how's it going? Catching a live stream. Nice. Great to have you here. You did 76 to 80, but you think you need T5. It's been a very long time since I've done these expedition levels, so it's going to be good to go through these and see what it's really like. What's the best epic open field city attacker? For open field, it's Sun Tzu. For city attacking, I mean, it might be Bybars at the epic tier. Osmond is obviously also good. I suppose if you wanted to minimize your losses and have a march that tanks while your other marches do work, you could use CPO? So for the folks that are saying, oh, well, Chisgule, you've just got max technology, that's a fair observation. We are going to do this on my farm account as well, which does not have T5s, okay? So we will do this as well on the farm. Don't worry. This is on my restart project, then we'll do it on my farm. No problem. Easy. Is Richard a good investment? He's a great commander, but he will lose some of his luster, truthfully. So many things will come into game to counter healing. So many things. I'm going to skip this song. Little too intense. Okay, that's a little too chill. Better. Richard 5511 and E-Song. Max, a good investment. Yeah, I think that's fine for free-to-play. Yeah. I mean, I personally would kind of go all in on that E-Song. All right, now let's get our commander set up correctly here. We got to do some open fieldy stuff. We have Alexander the Great here, and the secondary. Let's see. Where are our troops? That's a fine march. The Ethel. The Ethel's son. I want to mix this up. I'm going to use this right over here. Yes. Oh, yeah. Ethel with Mehmed. Some big AoE damage. Make sure my mixed troops are represented there. Good. Now, I want Alex with Sun Tzu. That's the jam right there. Easy. And E-Song with Sid. Get that back in here. Clear that out, go all archers. Easy. Did it show us the best marches for level 65? Now, one tip I've got as you're doing this, always preview the level. See what you're up against. Alright, so you can see what we're up against here. Theoretically, I could make a march that's more tanky. And I can send that one in first, and I should do that. Or, I can try to get aggro from both sides at about the same time, so that they're not, like, focusing one march down. You see what I mean? Now, Minamoto is not that right march, quite frankly. If you find yourself low on time, one tactic that I just did is to try to pull everybody into the fight. Because you're going to be doing counterattack damage, area of effect damage. It actually helps out a lot for beating the fight. I'm going to deal with this Cleo right now, because there's a Cleo? How weird is that? I think that'll die really easily, and it'll get rid of all the healing that they're doing. Then we'll take out the E-Song. Alex is good. Yes, Alex is definitely good. Alex's pro play is right there. Best legendary commander? It's probably E-Song, right? We're dealing with their tank last. It's Cleo Joan. I'm even more happy I took it out. Thoughts on which talents on Richard to go for the open field? Testudo formation or just go for the march speed? I just go for the march speed. People really like Testudo formation. I just think it's okay. Testudo is just okay, to be perfectly honest. Because it triggers from your normal attacks, last I checked, not when you are being normal attacked. If Testudo formation triggered when you were being attacked, that would be much better. But I think it triggers from your attacks out. Top 3 legendary commanders. E-Song, Alex, and like Ramses or William. I might say William personally. Theoretically, I should put more effort into the arrangement of these marches because I'm trying to watch chat and be entertaining. I'm not spending quite as much time on that as I should. For instance, I just literally fed my AoE damage march to 3 of their marches, which is a huge error. That is not something you normally would do. Just to be super clear. I'm pretty lazy about this stuff. If what you wanted to do was have an easier time switching around which march is which, then my recommendation to you would be to set presets for the marches you're using here. That way you can easily pick a preset to put in each of these different spots. Worst commander, Charlemagne. Charlemagne. Easy. There's a hiding Minamoto there. Get it. Free-to-play cavalry commanders. Why do I recommend some... Hold on. Free-to-play. Wait. Why you recommend some free-to-play the cavalry when it's just no open-field cavalry commander except Saladin William? So the thing that I really like about cavalry is that when you get in trouble, their charge talents kick in. When you're below 50%, you get 30% march speed. It's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. Worst commander is City Keeper. Lol. It's still Charlemagne. YSG is strong. YSG is strong. So there are plenty of open field I mean, like, Saladin primary and then anything secondary is going to be great for cavalry free to play. Like, you could do Saladin E-Song and that would be perfectly fine. So you can see, by the way, by tapping into these, I can inspect in advance which of these marches I need to deal with first. Like, I'm going to get rid of this Cid Cleo. For sure, the Cid Cleo is going first. So we'll knock that out. While I kind of want to get rid of the Constantine Richard, it's too tanky. If I attack that, I'm basically doing what the game wants me to do, which is I'm letting a tank actually tank rather than just ignoring it. No, after this, we're going to go take out the Minamoto Double C, since that should be nice and squishy. You may be thinking, Chisgule, this looks easy. And that is in part because we have gear. That is in part because we have an expansion going. The expansion goes a very long way. You can see my Ethelfled that I charged in with is getting super beat up, by the way. Super beat up. It's very hard to try to run a march away from them. You could theoretically try to kite them. I've had some mixed success with that. Eventually, they'll turn around. It's because you have T5, let's be honest. Well, we'll do this on my farm soon, where I don't have T5. So we'll get a look at that, too. Best garrison for KVK Season 2? Probably Charles and Constantine. Except then they're going to run archers at you, and you're going to be in trouble. Okay. Level 74. Show my equipment. Hey, that's fair. Am I even using equipment on all these commanders? Let's find out. Let's run this home. Equipment. E-Song. Decent gear. That's some decent gear right there. We've got the Golden Age. Minamoto. I mean, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I got an epic. It's a special talented epic. I get it. I got his Seth Sufferance. This is my best gear right here. My infantry gear is my best gear. You want to see some tests with Alex and Leo? Noted. Best commander's E-Song. Best gathering commander? Constance. Okay. Other commanders I'm using. I mean, it's not like I have crazy gear. I don't even have a chess piece on this commander. What am I doing? I mean, like, I guess I'll just equip something. There you go. Sure. Weird. Then, what's my Ethelfled got? Oh, did I look at Ethelfled already? I don't think so. Ethelfled. Some gear. It's not like my gear is insane. When is the exact day of the skill lock update? I don't know. I could not tell you. City rallies are happening. Oh, dang. Okay, hold on. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. 100. 624. 633. Let's get a look. Ooh, baby. Ooh. Woo. Dang. Yeah, we got some city rallies in here. Alice. 110 million power. Look at this dude. Oh, Big D. Getting swarmed out by CPO squad, baby. CPO's all over that city. Dang. Oh, man. Another rally coming in. Coming in hot. Ooh. Let's go into Big D. Jeez. Best civilization. Most of the time, it's Germany. Guys, thank you. Best build of Esong if you can't change builds. Get Rejuvenate, then pretty much everything else in the Archer tree. I have heard about stuff going on with latent power. David M. loves Big D. Okay. I mean, we got a swarm. We got a city being hit here. Oh, and another rally. I'm going to start recording. Let's record this. Holy jeez. That rally is getting sauced. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Bet Chisgule won't see the comment. Hope you didn't bet too much on that, because we just saw it. This looks like chaos. This is chaos. This is madness. No, this is Sparta. 25 million power, rip. 25 million power, ripperoonie. Oh, rally got canceled. All right. Yeah, they're zeroed. What kingdom are these folks in? What kingdom is this? Wow, 1801. Kingdom numbers are getting bigger and bigger. How did I get so much power? I've been playing the game for like 2.5 years, and I spend $2,000 a month. So, all war is chaos. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. What is going on here? Let's just zoom out. Oh, this is spicy. This is spicy. We've got yellow getting trapped in by blue. Orange, which is yellow's ally, trapping purple. Man, what an interesting situation. Pink is allied with orange and yellow, and it looks like they're pushing in this shade of blue. But red is shoving down and is pushed in green. Wow. Wow. I mean, pretty crazy. What do we got here? So much combat. What kind of civilization would I want to add to the game? One that gives me material production speed. Need materials so badly. Need me some materials. Oh man, rally's in on Alice again. Oh, and it's getting wrecked. Dude, Alice is just shredding. I don't know if Alice is online. Here comes another rally. Comma Gaming. You've been ignoring Expedition. Just popped a 50% expansion and finish it off easy. Glad to hear it. Ooh, oh man, here comes another rally. Where are these rallies coming from and going? Their name is YouTube. I mean, that's funny. Hi, YouTube. Hi there. Hit that city. Yes. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Is Martel and Esong good for garrison? Yes. City garrison in particular. You've got 70,000 power, and I think I've got a lot, but then you see Chisgule, lol. Guan Leo into this city, huh? I don't know, man. Not the choice I would make. This player's definitely online. They gained power. They gained power. They're online. Oh, baby. They are just eating troops here. Nom 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 nom. Is my alliance international? Yeah, we have people all around the world. That city is far from going down. Oh, yeah. There's no way. Especially with those rallies hitting in a not-so-coordinated way. Ooh. I wonder if this is the Alice that I know. It's hard to keep track. Everybody keeps putting characters in front of their name, behind their name. I don't know, man. Alex Leo testing, please. Noted. Their highest power is 113 million. Okay. 469 defeats. Really? Why does that number keep appearing? You have around 500 million power? God tier. For some reason, by the way, I think it's one of these colors. I'm marking them yellow, like they're my allies. Oof. All this cut off territory. Jeez. Looks like they're trying to rebuild. Is that right? Looks like they're trying to reconnect their territory. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Siege rally! Oh, that siege rally was just in it for the loot. Dude, look at this. Look, we got a rally going this way. We got a rally going that way. Holy jeez. Where are they even going? Okay, well, I'm going to watch this rally, I guess, and then we'll look down at the other one. This is KVK Season 3. Nexus. Check out my Richard the First and Esong videos. Can't flash them on the screen at the moment. We do have some dedicated videos that'll give you those talent builds for sure. Expedition stream. I know. Look. You can't choose when cities are getting rallied. You can only choose whether or not you want to watch them. And if the question is, do we want to watch cities getting rallied? The answer is always going to be yes. Oh, yes. We definitely want to watch cities being rallied, don't you? Also, I love whoever just did exclamation Richard and got my Richard the First guide to pop up. Well played. Yeah, you want a talent guide? Boom. Exclamation, the name of the commander. Sometimes I use a slang name for them, which makes it even more complicated. My bad. CPO. Buddy, fix it, please. Okay. That's some good burning we just watched. Do I think Alice is free to play? Almost certainly not. Serious question. Have I ever been recognized IRL? No, I have not. I actually thought for sure that when I went to PAX East, I thought for sure I'd bump into somebody at PAX East who was like, that's Chisgule Gaming. And the funniest thing is that Telerian, who was a guest on my show like literally 2 years ago, talking about a jumper guide that he did, Telerian was on my show, and within like days he was like, oh yeah, like somebody came up to me and was like, you're Telerian. Which is pretty funny. Because back then, I had like, I don't know, 200 subscribers, and somebody saw him and recognized him. I have never had someone come up to me in real life and go, hey, that's Chisgule. Even though I'm always wearing like, oh, if you're wondering, is it Chisgule? Oh, am I wearing my Chisgule gear? Because it's almost certainly me. Am I friends with Echo Gaming? Yeah, we're good. I love Echo Gaming. Kama Gaming! Welcome to the Honor Guard. CPO, hook me up with a shield, buddy. Right over here. Let's get that shield in there. Let's get those hype emojis welcoming. Kama Gaming. Newest member of the channel. Great to have you here. And enjoy those emojis. Enjoy those badges. I'll throw a few searching emojis in there as well to see who becomes the next member. Great to have you here. Great to have you here. Let's go back to Expedition for now. We gotta smash this. This is KVK you're watching. That's no internal war. Ooh, this is a cool one. So in this mission, this is 74, there's obviously reason to split your marches. There's a couple ways you could do this. You could do a 3-on-2, matching their numbers, or any other configuration. One that I really like is sending one tank march off to the left, and then the other 4 marches to the right. So to give an example of a great march to send over there, I didn't really make a ton of great marches to send over there. I could do it this way. I could do the Alex. I don't really want to send Alex. This would be a great mission to have an extra tank march lying around. I guess I could do... It's either going to be the Alex. The Alex does really nice debuffs. In this case, I think I'm going to do the Ethel. I'm going to have my Sun Tzu and my Joan go in first. Now, another way to swing this... Oh, interesting how I pulled them there. There we go. At this point, I may as well just group it all up. I really like grouping everything up like this. If you're struggling to beat it, you can't do that. But if what's holding you up is time, then this will definitely help you. For sure. This is the way that you deal with a time problem, is you group everybody up. Alex, testing, please. You know what's funny? My testing videos are less popular than my other videos. And the thing that I find so funny about that is I feel like my testing videos are probably my most important content. Wouldn't you agree? It's really weird to me. Like, I think my testing videos are my most important content, and they are not as popular as my other stuff. What civilization would I like to see added? Not about the bonuses. I don't know. That's a fair ask. Like, I'm really thinking about it. Like, what would I want to see? I'm not sure. Data overload? What's data overload? I mean, I know what it is, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. What epic should I expertise? Next epic is Boudica, Sun Tzu, Lohar, Jonavar. If you're using archers in Canyon, you could do like Kusunoki. Be a good one. Ooh, boss fight. Theoretically, I should just have my tankiest march going first. If I'm in trouble here, what I could do is use like a Joan Scipio. I'm doing a Joan Boudica right now. But Scipio is really great. He's actually really tanky. The march speed doesn't matter for this. That would be a very reasonable choice. Let's see how this goes. Update is Wednesday. Amen. Skill lock's not in this update. I assume it's going to be in the next one. Oh, dang. This guy's tough. Dang. Another thing I could do is swap off of these commanders that are doing area of effect damage and into commanders that are more focused on single target. I'll make sure I have a garrison build. Learned the hard way during KVK. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to use a non-garrison build for defending your city, that's for sure. Hello, Chisgule. I want to smash my enemies. Well, Medieval Epics, you came to the right place. Boom. Victory. Double tap your march. That is a way to control them. Here we go. Let's get a preview. It says neck and neck. There's Richard and Charles. I'm going to ignore that. Saladin double C. I'm going to ignore that too. Okay, there's the first kill target. Esong with El Cid. Double C Minamoto. Ooh, Esong Mehmed. So many great targets. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Actually, I said I would do this one. And let's go over here. Bring these in. I'm going to group everybody up. Boom. I think my Joan of Arc Boudica is mostly tanking this, which is great. Best special unit for infantry, that would be France. France has the best special unit for infantry. Switch it up. Unfortunately, I have everybody behind me here, so all my frontal AoE... actually, I am hitting a few people. That's rather convenient. Double C is next. Okay, double C. You got zeroed in your home kingdom because of a small argument. Yikes. What's the best Cav pair to get revenge? Oh boy. Well, if you want to run and kill some farmers, you could use Belisarius with Bybars. Alternatively, you could go find a kingdom that doesn't zero you and migrate. You wanted to come to Kingdom 75, well, you figure that out. We're a pretty chill place. You'll be stuck with us for 30 days. But I think you'll probably like it here. You gotta be under 35 million power for that, though. Can I speak another language? No, but I do know, like, the tiniest amount of Spanish. The tiniest amount of Spanish. You want to get Tier 4 archers. Choku Nu. How do you get equipment? The blacksmith. You gotta be City Hall 16. Level 77. Let's go. Here we go, everybody. Hey, if you are enjoying the live stream, do me a huge favor. Consider throwing a like on here and subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. This is a tough formation to crack. I like that you can AoE into the middle, but they're all going to sort of swarm around probably the first march I send in. Which I kind of want it to be my Alex Sun Tzu. That's kind of nice. I should have checked what they have first. They got a bunch of Minamotos, Isongs. Holy cheese. Okay, they're targeting me. Cool. They were quick on the draw. So put your tanky march down below middle because they just like swarmed right in on that. Wow. Okay, here we go. Marmo, how's it going? You got zeroed once? You went into Lost Kingdom when you were 4 million power. Ooh, that's tough. You can see my Alex is getting pretty beat up here. Alex Sun Tzu is a not expressly tanky march, but it is, I mean, it's got shields, obviously. It's got damage taken reduction. If I wanted a more tanky march, I'd probably use the Martel as the secondary. That would give me a good bit more tankiness. David M., you're 4 million power. Very nice. I mean, my biggest advice to players that are going into KVK for the first time is to not get yourself zeroed, right? And however safe you think your territory is, might not be as safe as you think. You hope you get Wu Zetian. She's a cool commander. 10 days until your IRL birthday. Well, Jordan, cheers to you. Cheers to you. 11 days till your Rockiversary. Nice. Max is 2.5 million power. Very cool. We need an expedition level where you take it until it's a Takeda rally. Lol. I feel like they should do that. Man, people need help preparing. People are not prepared. They absolutely should do that. So this is a situation where the question is, do you have time or not? If you have time, you could focus everybody to one side. But what I find is you're going to run out of time, so I typically split. It looks like what I have set up here is an Ethel Mehmed. Ugh, some of my best marches off to that side. And, okay, my Joan Boudica can tank over here. In terms of kill priority, I'm going to ignore the Constantine Richard. I'm going to focus the El Cid Freddy. And then the El Cid Cleo. Maybe I'll do the El Cid Cleo first. And then I'm going to ignore the Richard Mehmed and focus the double C in front here. So let's start. Boom, 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 boom. Now, the problem is that this last march didn't pull in. So I'm going to get this to be added. I don't want to run out of time. So I'm going to aggro that march, swing on back down, and then face the right direction so my AoE hits everybody. Swing it back around. There we go. Easy. See what I did there? Okay. Now on this side, we're working on... Yeah, we're working on the El Cid. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. I'm probably going to manually retarget the marches after this. Because if I double tap, it selects everything, which is no good. You're on your way to 100,000 power? Awesome, dude. I love when new players start playing this game. That's fantastic. Here we go. Smash. 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 The other way I could have targeted my marches there was using this off to the side. And if I wanted to rearrange these marches, I could try to move my Minamoto up over here. And, like, if I thought that would give me some advantage with the direction of my AoE. See what I mean? In this case, it doesn't really do anything, but more illustrates the idea. Oh, my Alex is just standing there. Son of a gun. Yeah, chat noticed. It was like a 10-second delay between chat and what's actually happening on my screen. Okay. After we finish this dude, we make sure all our marches are hitting this one. Is my farm starting from level 70? I think it's going to start on level 75. I mean, my farm is even already done through level 75, I think. We'll check, though. Wait, my march is not hitting. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I may not have done this fast enough, honestly. This is taking too long. Mods, how's it going? So, what I might need to do is actually target the tankier march, because it just takes too long to kill, and just use my AoE and counterattacks to take out the other marches. Have I ever been zeroed? No, I have not. What civilization am I? I'm Britain, weirdly enough. That's my starting civilization. Lol. I should have changed to Germany at some point. Now it's just kind of a meme. Alright. Did we do it? We did it. Okay. They fixed special talent crits? What do you mean? Only 2 levels left. Dang. What do we got here? Ooh. Esong Mehmed's gotta go. Double C Khan has gotta go. Esong El Cid's gotta go. Wow. Khan Minamoto's gotta go. The last one I'm gonna do is the Richard Charles. Wow. Okay. We got ourselves a party over here. Holy jeez. Let's go. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's in this one. The only thing I should be considering is which march I sent in first and positioning to actually AoE everything. Esong has made me lazy. Esong has made me so lazy. This is not my main account now. This is my restart project. You can see that I've already got my next target fully lined up, ready to go, so that all I have to do is tap one button when I'm ready to start hitting the next thing. 10 out of 10 would recommend that. On this account, we're sitting at 64 million power. Next target's lined up. Tap it. Easy. You have Wu YSS for Garrison. Who's the better primary and in what situation? If you're up against really high skill damage, then I think you want the Wu Zetian primary for the skill damage mitigation. However, most of the time, I think that the defense tree is better. The YSS might be better. Would I cry if I got zeroed? I would assume I wouldn't. I suppose it's conceivable. Can I show a good Lohar build? Check out my Lohar videos. Or my AoE barb farming videos. I think I made guides for like every epic, but I don't think I did Lohar, as it turns out. I haven't done a Lohar guide recently. Should I do another Lohar guide? You're at 50 million power. 14 days left on medical core. Then you can start your T5. Awesome. Last T5 research is in the realm of 50 days. Before helps. Is Martell Isong a good garrison? Yes. Main commander goes Boudica. You see Chisgule is using Joan of Arc. Yeah. Okay. I mean, final boss. We'll do this again on my farm. I want my Joan of Arc to tank, because she's kind of... I could put a tankier secondary to her. I probably need to. The reason I want the Joan of Arc to tank is because she's mostly just there to give buffs, you know? I don't seem to get enough sleep. You're correct, Carl. I need more sleep. Desperately. You're correct. You haven't gotten a legendary commander? Don't you worry, you will. No way around it. Ooh, man. Ooh. Ooh, man, this Khan Saladin is wrecking me. So what do you do if one of your marches gets really low? When it's still salvageable, which is going to be pretty soon for me, I need to do this, you can run the march away. So when I get to like 50,000, I'm going to start running that march away, and we'll see if I can outrun these cavalry. I'm not sure that I can. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Pretty sure I can't have any of my marches die to 3-star this. Let's see if I can run away. Oh, yeah, dude, we're out of there. We are out of there. Then I can bring it back. That's nice. See what I just did there? Pro tips. Oh, yeah. We got a bunch of free hits out of that deal. Nice. Will it retarget the Joan? That's the question. No. Easy. Easy. Run, Joan, run. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's getting the shields from the Alex, too, which is great. Mateo, I do primarily YouTube at this point. You don't know how to get bowmen. You talking about your T4 archers? Lohar sucks. Why is that? Well, Lohar is just really for barbing. He's good for barbing, but that's about it. Nice. Easy. Let's go to my farm, which is even lower power. God, I was so overdue for doing that. It's unbelievable. It's honestly sort of unbelievable how overdue I was for just doing that little quick jaunt we just did. So overdue. Okay. Let's go to the farm. This is going to be much harder. I don't have as much gear. I don't have as many commander options. Let's try this out. Step 1. I haven't even logged into this account all day. I've been kind of lazy today. It's Sunday. Don't hate me. Khan Saladin. Most OP Cav March in KVK2. So... there's a window of time where a Khan double C rally is really good. Like, really good. There's a window where that's a true statement. KVK2 is a weird place, though, because people can use all kinds of commanders now. First things first, though. First things first. Let's go get a rune. Okay, let's get a rune. Oh, we're just doing the Guardians now, maybe? Maybe? Looks like it was supposed to happen at 17 UTC. Somebody got a little hasty, perhaps. No rune. Okay, so we're doing this on harder mode. We're going to be doing this on harder mode. What about over here? Can I run and get a rune over here? Not yet. You may be thinking, like, Chisgule, like, you're really serious about getting a rune. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. 10% of stats for whatever troop type is really good. That's a huge buff. But let's go with the boost that we've got. We'll take a attack boost. We'll also pop... no, because we don't have one yet. Gathering. Food. Stone. Wood. Gold. And let's get a 20% expansion going, or 25% expansion. Basic army expansion. Rune game is strong. How do I have this many accounts? I've been playing for 2.5 years. Here's my tech. For those of you wondering. Oh, hey, I was made the Justice. So that is one other way you can get a few more stats, by the way. I think Kingdom titles will work. Pretty sure that Kingdom titles will work. So here's my tech. Not nearly as advanced, okay? This is definitely going to be harder. This is going to be much harder. Yeah. This is going to be much, much harder. Thank you, Frozen. Richard Towns for barb chaining. Arturo, check out my barbarian chaining video. Did I not put talents in there? War Frenzy buff. Now that's a good one. Yeah, War Frenzy's a good buff to have. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. What could I scout that's not going to piss somebody off? Maybe I'll just scout the flag. Okay. War Frenzy buff. Yeah, for sure. Well played. Let's go to this, shall we? You can see on this account I've already done a lot of these. Let's bump backwards to level 73 since I have that 2-starred. Oh my gosh, it even remembers what commanders I was using. That's a nice courtesy. Okay, we've got Joan of Arc with Bybars. Minamoto with double C currently. Oh, we've got to change this up. Ethel with Esong? There's no way that's right. Sun Tzu with Boudica. And wow, Charles Martel with Ulji Mundok. Where's my gear? Where's my gear? Is it on those commanders? Minamoto's good. He's got gear. Martel's got gear. Okay. I'm pretty sure he's a garrison dude, though. So, awkward. Ethel, I mean, you could hardly call that gear. Hardly. Sun Tzu, not geared. This is going to be much harder. Joan of Arc, not geared. I mean, I've got more gear on my Boudica. Okay. Weird. I mean, this is a farm account, you know? This is a farm. Let's do this. Who cares? Now, my E-Song was max level, right? Did I max level my E-Song? I did. I did max level the E-Song. Good. Very good. Okay. We could work with this. Let's find a way to work with this. I should have started with this account, to be perfectly honest. Okay. This march can go away. Well, I gotta get a better secondary here. Let's make this a tanky march. Let's make this a tanky march. What's the best way to do that? Oh man, I gotta do so much mixing and matching. This whole march has gotta go. Just forget that. What's going on here? Okay, forget that. Oh man, I'm gonna really mix this up. E-Song, I'm gonna use El Cid. I mean, I gotta use this combo. It's good stuff. It's really quite good. Ethel? What's my tank gonna be? Joan of Arc could tank. With Martel. That would be reasonable. That would be super reasonable. Now that Ethel, what would I use? I honestly could even use like Caesar, and that would be super reasonable. Caesar would be super... I mean, look, he's 5'5", 2'1". Super reasonable to tank with that. Super reasonable. Okay. That's a good start. What's this? Sun Tzu Boudica. My god. Okay. What if instead we amp up the AoE? I mean, in the very least, I would use Freddy, but how about we do Mehmet instead? That seems good. What's over here? Yep, okay, we got that. Calves are good. Archers are good. Okay, let's preview this. Where's my tank? Oh, it's already up front. Okay, let's go, baby. Westy West, how's it going? What's good? We're just jamming our way through some expedition here. Julius Caesar with Ethelfled. Let's go. Let's freaking go, baby. This is gonna be a good bit harder. Not gonna lie. You can see that War Frenzy buff in the upper left here. Even my city skin is applied. Dude, my Ethel's getting kind of sauced. I'm kind of not surprised. Game needs a Chisgule commander. I would be so in for that, please. I'm not a historical figure, but I would love to be in the game somewhere. That would be amazing. Okay, I'm actually going to switch to this El Cid, because there's a Richard the First as a secondary there. And you can see that Julius Caesar tankiness is really kicking in. Chisgule's active skill. Receding hairline. I like it. What's the effect on that? Is that a debuff or is that a buff? The age, or the wisdom of age is what you'd call that ability, perhaps. Blinds target for 5 seconds. Yeah, prevents normal attacks. Done. Nice. We got there. We got there. Oh, I'm out of seltzer. Actually, it was tea in this one. But then I got another mug. Or I guess glass. Seltzer. We're good. How does my Charles look on this account? Yeah, I could show you. I could show you. Let's get a look here. What's my Charles at? First of all, where'd I put my Charles? Not with my Sun Tzu. Put it with my Joan, right? There we go. 5524. I mean, it's a legit Charles. That's pretty legit. Preview this. Okay. This is fine. Where's my Ethel at? Okay. I got 2 marches that can tank. I'll send them in first. Send the other marches to follow. That's interesting how that worked out. Okay. So I have the 2 marches that I wanted to tank tanking, and now I do work. And it's probably a mistake that I'm using double C. It's a good legendary, but I should probably swap that off, quite frankly. Because the problem with my double C is that it's single target damage, and I just really don't want any of that. I want all AoE. I mean, we got a big old cluster right here. I definitely want AoE damage, right? Do I think skill lock will be in this next update? I don't think it's going to be in this update, but I think maybe the next patch is when that would happen. That would be my guess, and I am just guessing. Oh, there's a... Yeah, okay. My March is getting a little beat up here. Quite frankly. Max Minamoto on my farm. Dude, Negan did that. He's a madman. He's a complete madman. I don't know who the secondary is to this Minamoto. Or, sorry. Saladin is who that is. Let's get a look-see. Oh, double C. Yeah, sure, we'll focus that. Is the Spring is Here bundle worth it? If you need experience and stars, I think it's an okay pick. Will Atlantis be added to Rise of Kingdoms? I don't think so. You're against Ronnie's alt in your next KVK. Good luck. Any advice? Just make sure you don't get zeroed. Is it good to max Minamoto? I think he's a solid commander. I did dedicate a whole video to whether or not Minamoto is worth maxing. Hoodie is killer? Thank you. Thank you. We do have merch. You can go and check it out. I can even pin it to the chat. Chisgule the Great Hoodie. Boom. That Richard Charles tanking like nobody's business. There we go. This is going to be a good bit harder. Now we're up to level 77. Oh boy. Mr. Ghoul. Took long enough to make up for your skill. Lol. Best bundles at the moment for speed ups. Holiday bundles are usually the best. After that, as long as you needed healing speed ups, and most people do, Call of the Ancients is really good. Get a preview of this. Oh gosh. This is going to be really awkward. I might need to rearrange which march is where. Because they might all swarm my high damage march here. This could be very awkward. They didn't. They did. Okay. That's awkward. So there's good and bad news. The good news is I'm actually not eating most of their AoE. The bad news is I'm actually getting completely wrecked here. My highest DPS march is getting totally wrecked. I'll have to run it away pretty soon. I think there's no way it can survive the damage here. Even though the AoE is getting lined up really nicely. I gotta try to run this away and hope that they leash. And hope that they can't outrun me, which is kind of awkward. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh, please leash. Please leash! Yes, they turned around! Okay, cool. We're good, we're good, we're good. This is hilarious. I am losing a lot of time doing this, though. All this running around. I assume that march didn't reset back to full health. That would be awkward. Time is going to be my biggest enemy now. Well, after all that walking. Oh boy, indeed. Okay, now we go for the El Cid. It's just a matter of time now. Pelagius? Pelagius is a great commander. So do I use all my epic sculptures? On who? On Pelagius? It's a good commander. I would start with Boudica or Sun Tzu. Joan of Arc. Then, like, Kusunoki is my typical recommendation order. Best epic pair for a 5511 Saladin. If you wanted raw damage, like Osmond's really good. Pelagius is really good. What if you instantly run away at the spawn with the E-Song? I'm not sure what would happen. It's a fair question. We've almost got that march down. I think we're good. I think we got this. This mission was tough. Ethel AoE visual is definitely off, yeah. Refresh my War Frenzy after this. Yeah, you're right. We need that 3% attack boost, baby. Hopefully my E-Song doesn't, I gotta watch its health here, so it doesn't, he doesn't die from counterattack damage. Which, like, he honestly might. The disarm from the El Cid is really good here. Do you use all your epic sculptures on your first max commander? I mean, it's definitely worth focusing at the start of the game. That's for sure. You want to focus in on a smaller number of commanders, specifically no more than 3, and get them really advanced. We're down to 27,000. Oh boy. And we're low on time. We're really low on time. That's the biggest issue. We may not win this on time. And the problem is we just didn't have a tanky march in the right place. That was it. We got it. We did it! Wow. Eliminate all enemies. All commanders survive. Okay, we did it. That's good stuff. Level 78. What are we looking at here? Ooh, this one. I'm gonna have everybody focus. Which commander? There's my tank. Okay. Do runes work in this mode? Yes, they do. Also, I forgot to refresh my War Frenzy. That's awkward. So I may run out of time in this one. We'll see. I'm going to try to not get myself too outnumbered. I could have run a march off to the side and pulled them all in. I got the one, but I didn't get the other. Could be a problem. Lilith needs to rework the campaign / shop. You think they need to rework the expedition shop? It'd be nice if there was some new loot in there. I have 2.8 million medals. Please give me a way to dump medals for value. Oh my god. If they added a way to dump medals for value, that would be the dream. What march is this? Mehmed? Okay. Here's the game plan, I think. I actually don't know if I can pull the Constantine all the way over there. I guess we'll see. We're doing okay. Some of our marchers are getting pretty beat up, though. My archers in particular are looking pretty rough. My Joan is getting pretty messed up, too. Chisgule shares nothing personal? What do you mean? We share personal stuff all the time. I think I'm just going to deal with this Constantine while I'm here. Replace Ethel with Lubu. Okay. Minamoto's down. Time will be the challenge here. Now we're on the Constantine. I'm going to run this march over. Not only does this get the Ethel to tank for me, but I can drag this march, this Mehmed, closer to the action. So all the other marches don't have to run as far. That seems reasonable, right? I feel like that was probably worth. Could be wrong. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Having a good day. We got 2 minutes to beat this dude. We have 5 marches to his 1, but he's got a Richard the First secondary. That's definitely awkward. Chisgule. How to get stars faster as a free-to-play. That's a tough one. I mean, you got to do all the free-to-play value events, you know? And one thing you can do is kind of surrender the idea of getting a big win in one of the events that, you know, is tiered and gives you 10 stars when you get to the highest tiered reward. Or just like, you know, the participation rewards. If you could abandon that idea and just, you know, get those unlocks, that's pretty decent. I'll show you what I mean. Also, how do I still have War Frenzy? It's showing it, but I don't have it. Weird. Okay, well, we win. That's good stuff. Let's go see if we can get a look at that real quick. Get the old War Frenzy going. Scout. Boom. Run it back. Okay. You have Charles, Mulan, Caesar, El Cid, and Sundok. Who do you focus on? You're going to want to wait till you get Esong. Esong is where you'll focus. Level 79. This is good. Good progress here. How many gems does it take to max a wheel? Isn't it like 72,000 in that realm? Spin to 100 or so? Am I remembering that correctly? 90 days. Still worth maxing Minamoto? Yeah, I think it's still worth maxing Minamoto at that point. Alright, what are we working with here? Okay. Where are my tanks? My tanks are there in the middle. And probably all the way on the right. Okay. Okay. How's my daughter? She's doing well. She's doing well. Alright, let's see how this goes. Switch everybody to the E song, I think is the play. Let's get rid of these E songs first. I'm definitely taking a lot of damage here. The next level is going to be really hard. Honestly. Man, this is tough. Alright, can Julius Caesar tank? That's the real question. I don't know. We need that Julius Caesar to do some serious tanking. I'm going to focus down the Khan. Although I'm going to need to protect my Joan pretty soon, too. She's in some trouble. Oh boy, this is going to be close. Closer than I'd like. Okay. Khan is almost down. My Joan is in trouble. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. What do I do here? I think both of these marches I need to try to run away. Which is really awkward. Yeah, especially because they got calves chasing me down. I may not be able to outrun that. Oh man, thank goodness they leashed. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. That Joan of Arc's looking real low. Look at that. All right. Oh boy. This is close. How do I still rate Takeda? I mean, I think he's really solid. There's just not a ton of pairs for him, you know? Like, he's really good, there's just not as many pairs. That's the problem with Takeda. I think Saladin Takeda's good. I think Khan Takeda's deceptively good, honestly. I gotta really watch this march. This is really low. How low am I? 17,000 troops. I gotta watch that number. I really want to give myself the Joan of Arc buffs, but I also really don't want that march to die, because then I can't get the max number of stars. This looks looking good. I think we got this. 5511 Charles better than Epics? Yes. I would say definitely yes. After Esong and Alex, should I expertise Guan Yu or Ramses? Do you want to be a infantry dude or an archer player? They both have their virtues, for sure. Oh, I lost too many troops. All right, is what it is. Final level. Final level. Dude, this level's gonna eat me alive. This level's gonna wreck me. Oh well, let's give it a shot. First up, who tanks? I guess the Ethel tanks. Oh god. This is going to be really interesting. That march is attacking, right? Okay, no, it was actually just standing there. That was not just a visual glitch. Oh, man, this level is destroying me. Dude, I know that Caesar has some tankiness, but not that much tankiness. I don't know that I can beat this. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. Gotta run. I am in trouble. I think we may have found a level I cannot beat. Turns out you gotta have some equipment. If you want to beat this with the level of tech I've got. And no rune. Oh gosh. Although this whole kiting thing is kind of working really well. My marches are too low. I can't beat this. I mean, even if I beat this, I'm not going to 3-star it. That's for sure. One technique you could use that I didn't use is that you could have the first march be your tank and your second march be an off tank. A second tanky march. Right now I've got my Minamoto double C just getting obliterated. But if I had done my Joan hitting second, this would be a much better situation. Put Herman in for silence? That's a reasonable assertion. At least this doesn't have area of effect damage, but like... I don't think I've got the troops for this. I think this level definitely has me. What do you think of verification rewards popping up immediately when sending RSS? Well, it's a little inconvenient, that's for sure. Oh my. This is looking bad. This is looking pretty bad. Yeah. We might just be missing the strength needed to win this one, folks. What is Kingdom versus Kingdom? There's a whole special map that your kingdom and a bunch of others will spawn into, and you battle against each other for some sweet loot. I think this level has me. And I don't even know how I would beat this. I could try to make a more tanky march. Let's actually move some gear around if I wanted to be fancy. We're already using it in expansion. Needs T5. Well, I mean, let's see what we could do here. Let's see what we could do. What would we pair together to try to make this work? What would our tank be? I mean, I like the Julius Caesar idea. Joan is not that tanky, though. It's kind of the problem. I don't think I can do this. I'm not sure I could beat this. Even like a 10% defense rune would not do the job, would it? Saladin 554. Should I wait for 5551? Wait for 5551, yes. You just want to round out that project. Your KVK ruins, yeah. Even though the KVK ruins open, I would round out that project for sure, rather than rush it. Our Minamoto's fine. Our Isong's fine. We have all this gear on our Martel. That's our city defense, but like, you know, it's city defense gear. It's like, it's not really great gear to put on. Like this, you don't want to use this on an infantry commander, really. Where would we put it? I mean, CPO is pretty tanky, but he's not leveled up. CPO Caesar would be kind of an interesting idea, right? Best looking commander in the game? Best looking? I don't know. I have to think on that one. It's an important, unimportant question. It's Artemisia, somebody says. It's got those fierce earrings. Looks like she's got some elf ears going on there. %50 expansion and a defense rune. Stack your infantry for the last level. Infantry's a fair point. Infantry's definitely a fair point. If I were giving this a serious go right now and wanted to rearrange a bunch of stuff, what would I pair? I mean, like, I guess I could sacrifice the kind of Joan of Arc first. We could do that. Let's see here. I mean, let's try that. I just don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I have what I need. I'll try. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. I think this pair is fine. I guess I don't need the AoE damage here, but I don't have that much single target damage that I would replace it with. What do I have here? 5511. Sure, I guess that's better technically. That's like all single target damage there. That's sort of better. That's all single target damage. Okay. Joan of Arc is the first tank in. Ethel is the second tank in. Joan of Arc pulls the aggro, walks it back. Okay. That's better. The way I did that. It's better. Good Lord. Just look at this thing melting that Joan of Arc. Oh my gosh. And the problem is that it gets completely melted before it has a chance to trigger the active skill of Joan of Arc, which gives the 30% infantry stats. Jeez. Good Lord. Run that away. Run it back. And And this thing is doing so much counterattack damage to me that, like, all my other marches are getting pretty wrecked, too. Oh, bummer, dude. It actually, for whatever reason, is not targeting the second march I wanted to target. It's going for the Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu is not the worst, but the Freddy is. That's not what I wanted them to hit. I think at this point, I just run it into the ground and see if I can win. I don't know if I should be running around a bunch and kiting like I was. I don't think I've got what it takes. You're swarming a rally. Yeah, this is like swarming a rally. If only I had Moctezuma. Lol. Reduce that counterattack damage taken, am I right? Are siege troops not good at attacking? Not really, now. I might be able to win. I might be able to win, but I'm not going to 3-star it. Yeah, use that El Cid march speed to get the heck out of there. Nice. I mean, I'm doing damage to it. It's not doing skill damage anyways. Jeez. Oh, I might be able to beat it. I'm pretty disappointed that my Ethelfled Caesar, though, is like the last thing it's going to target. That's pretty unfortunate. Not gonna lie. Dude, I'm doing like 100 normal attack damage to it, and it's doing 500 counterattack damage to me. Oof. That is rough. Now it's targeting my El Cid. Come on. It is literally the last thing it's going to target is the thing I want it to target. Okay. Sure. There we go. Jeez. Should I use my sculptures on Richard or Alex? I'd say Alex for sure is the play. Do I think that they'll make siege units good in the future? I hope they do. I don't think I can beat this. This was a lot closer. It was definitely better. This was a lot better. But we lose. Alright. Oof. Alright. Well, we made a ton of progress. I feel pretty good about it. What talents do you get for Richard on barb chaining? It wasn't in the video. Huh. Okay. So get Richard barb chaining talents then. Should I waste my money on Minamoto? Well, if you think it's a waste, you definitely shouldn't do it. If you think it's going to be a waste, you definitely shouldn't do it. Do I think Minamoto's still good? I think he's still good. Do I think you have other options? I do. Here's what I used. I had a bunch of march speed. Healing over here. I think this is what I was using for chaining barbs. AoE Barbin. There it is. In the name. Garrison investment order? I mean, start with Sun Tzu. Then you'll work on Yi-Song. After that, you'll pair Martel with Yi-Song, just because the Martel is going to be better than the Sun Tzu at some point. And after that, I mean, in terms of priority, I would say YSS and Theo are near the top for priority. But in terms of order you'll get them, Constantine is going to be the next big entrant for Garrison, for sure. For sure. My friends, we got to go spend some time with family, but I appreciate you all being here while we jammed our way through Expedition. I had fun. And if you had a good time too, do me a huge favor. Throw a like on the video. Consider subscribing. For those daily Rise of Kingdoms videos, we're headed out for now, but until next time, you have fun. Smashing the kingdom, baby.